Hi, my love. Welcome to the channel where healthy perfectionism meets work in progress. Welcome to the brighter side of life. So today we are going to be talking about letting go. Okay. For the 6 years of my life, I have spent trying to control everything about myself, how I act, how I present myself, the car I will have, the house, expectations, things I would love to achieve. Spent all of these years making sure that these things go as planned, but never really putting in the work to get them done. Letting go means surrendering yourself, embracing the beauty and concept of total surrender. So today we are going to be talking about letting go, and in this video I am going to be sharing personal experience, giving a little bit of story time, and honestly giving you 10 ways and ideas on how you can just let go and allow life happen and get rid of this illusion, this idea of how your life should go. You've done so well for yourself. You've been in control too long, and it's time for you to release yourself and allow yourself to experience yourself. This is something I struggled with, and letting go might just be the reason why your life will be transformed in the next 3 months, in the next 6 months. So watch the video to the end and don't forget to subscribe. Sometime last year, October, it was like my life was beginning to happen for me. I was truly happy, so I thought, and a little bit of the things I wanted for myself started to happen. If I had built on them, I'll probably be more popular, or I don't know, but life was like it was happening for me, and little did you all know that I was falling more into depression because I wasn't fulfilled. And I had to understand that true fulfillment can never come from the temporary and material things and the idea of what I want my life to look like. I was sad, you all, okay? Until I had my spiritual, I think I was going through a transition. I like to call it mid-year crisis, okay? At that point, I was trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. I wanted deeper purpose. I'm like, no, God, this cannot just be what you want me to do. No, it's so easy. It can't just, this is not what you want from me. From my own end, there was definitely this pressure of, I need to upload content. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to do so much pressure around succeeding. And for the fact that I was turning 26, I was even under greater pressure to want to show results for what I've been doing with my life for the past 26 years. Yes, I had started to make more money, but I wasn't fulfilled. I wasn't happy. What I was doing, I could tell you for a fact that I know that this is not what God wants for me. And then I started to have my relationship with God. And listen, I lost my mom 13 years ago, and it took me until last year for me to sit down and say, "Ooh, I miss this woman. I genuinely miss her." So let me get back to the point. So I went through spiritual awakening, and it's like a moment where you just get to pause. In fact, life humbles you. I like to say spiritual awakening is the point where life humbles you, or God humbles you, or the universe, whatever it is that you believe in, humbles you to and reminds you of your place on earth. So you start to search for yourself, okay? So life happened, and I just had to, I don't know, God just, it was like my eyes opened. It was like I've been blind this whole time. It was crazy. It was like I've been blind this whole time, and God was trying to tell me something. Listen, if you knew me, right, you know that God, we were dating each other. Like, for some reasons, I just didn't feel, or I just didn't feel worthy enough to be in God's presence, and I also didn't understand God at all. I was like, "You are here. Why did you let my mom go?" Like, so many reasons for me not to just run to God. God was like the last person I would run to, and with the fact that the Christianity that is being preached in our culture is kind of like programmed in a way to make you feel guilt. I know you understand what I mean. So at that time, October last year, God came to me. Like, I'm not joking. God came to me, and right now it felt like when I know myself, which is like maybe 12 years old, until last year, I have been blind, and then my eyes opened up last year, October. Okay. So all of that knowledge I had gotten was a bit, if you understand, if you've gone through spiritual awakening, or you've gone through anything like mid-year crisis, you understand what I'm talking about. It can be very intense. In every friendship circle, right? There's always this friend that you look at her and you see that she has so much potential. You see the energy, you see everything that she would never admit or even see in herself. And you're like, can this person see themselves? You shower them with so much admiration, praises, and they never seem to keep up with it. And then all of a sudden, these people disappear. Trust me, they are going through media crisis, depression. We start to get suicidal thoughts. Check up on that friend that has always been active and all of a sudden disappeared and lost interest on so many things. That was me. I was that friend, and I can tell you for free that life did not mean anything to me anymore up until God came into my life. The first thing I'm going to have to say is that letting go, you have to surrender. And surrendering means understanding the concept and idea behind letting go, okay? So when you surrender something, it doesn't mean that you're giving up. Oh, I surrender. I know they do again. No, we don't give up over here. When you surrender, it doesn't mean letting go. It means that you are releasing yourself of control. You are allowing the universe lead you and direct you to the path which you are to follow. Okay? So when I say let go, it doesn't mean you are giving up. And when I say surrender, it doesn't mean that we are giving up. It simply means that we understand that we cannot do life alone, and there's a force, okay, and there's God, and at some point, I don't care what you believe in, you will have to come to terms with the fact that you cannot do life without God. You cannot do life alone. We can't do. In fact, I used to say, "Oh, I'm not in relationship." Listen. We cannot do life on our own. There's this prayer I always say to God. I say, God, please lead me to my destiny helpers. And I'm not talking about people that will come in and dash me money. This was basically on friendships, okay? And I'm telling you, from October up until now, I have had the most amazing friendships in my life. Friends that bring me closer to God, friends that support me. True support isn't always about money. And the thing is, when we come from a place of lack and when we operate outside ourselves, and when I say operating outside of yourself, I'm talking about outside of God, outside of the universe, outside of yourself. Listen, if you've never really experienced spiritual awakening, if you've never really calm down to experience yourself, you will never understand what I mean. But if you've experienced it, or you're going through depression, you don't know what's happening to you right now, you feel like your life is a mess, I need you to consider or try letting go, and let me know what happens in the comment section. Okay, so the first thing is going to be that I surrendered. I decided that, you know what, I have tried almost everything, to be honest, even though it wasn't really the case. But I said to myself that I have tried almost everything, and at this point in my life, I am going to surrender. I am going to just allow. In fact, I've tried this. I've in my with my own wisdom and my ability, I feel like I have done so much well for myself. But at this point now, where I'm headed is not a step I can take by myself. So to surrender can be very scary, and I get it. Like, I'm telling you, even me for a fact, like, I haven't done content in like 9 months now. So surrendering can be very stressful. It can be very scary because you start to get very lonely, and all of your friends will disappear. I don't know what the science behind that one, but all of your friends will disappear. The people that you thought that would be in your life will no longer be there, because guess what? They changed you. Cannot accommodate these people. They traumatize you, they angry you, blind you. Like, so I like to say, attracted that friendship. So there's no way that now your eyes is open, you'll be able to accommodate those kind of friendship anymore. The second thing was, I decided that I am going to surrender totally and let go of control. So when I say let go of control, I want to give you a scenario that is going to make you understand better. So say you're asking your mom for something, or you're asking God for something. You say, God, I want you to give me a house. I want you to give me a house. It's normal human tendency to want to figure out how that house will come about. Even though you've asked God to give it to you, your subconscious mind would somehow, I need to do this, I need to do this. That is not how it works. Genuinely, if you want to attract and you want to receive, you need to understand that you need to it's the scariest thing that you will ever do, but you need to learn the act of letting go and letting go of control. Control can give you anxiety, control will give you fear, control will give you so many stress. And to be honest, if you truly say, oh, I want God to do something for me, you don't have any reason trying to figure out how it's going to come about. It's none of your business. You've asked God for it, and it's up to you now to have faith and hope that that thing is going to happen. If you have faith, there's definitely going to be hope. So you cannot say, God, give me something, and then you are figuring out how that thing is going to come about. You meet this person, you're like, this has to be the person God has sent to me. No, God will bring it to you however He wish, but just be rest assured that it is going to happen. So that is just the way control happens. It's just normal for if me, I am, oh God, I am queen of control. If I always have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, and I'm here saying, God, you have to do this for me. But how am I having all of these plans? If you're having plan A and plan B and plan C, obviously plan A is somehow going to try to fail because your brain has already programmed you to think that, oh, this is an option B. So your brain will just reluctantly fail so that option B can be brought up, and you just stress yourself because your mind, if you're already having plan A and plan B, your mind abandons plan A and starts to work on plan B, and you stop God or your mom for giving you whatever it is you asked for. Okay, the next thing I did was embrace and acknowledge the fact that I had so much fear, and sometimes that was even resulting to guilt and shame. So the fear of the unknown, oh, I'm letting go, I'm changing, this is so much. If I let go now, I'm letting go of control, I'm surrendering, this is too much for me. I'm going to miss out, I'm losing these friends because I'm beginning to act a certain way, I'm beginning to act this way, the fear of the unknown. And trust me, starting anything new, changing your life, transforming yourself is going to be the scariest thing. I've been watching videos on YouTube saying the same thing, and I never really understood it until I had to go through it. So fear is going to be your greatest enemy, and this is not fear that anybody is going to impute in you. It is the fear that's inside of you. You're the one putting the fear inside of yourself. I am guilty as charged. Okay, so the fear of the unknown, it can be very tricky, but this is what I did. I sat down and I asked myself this thing, Ori, to be honest, almost everything I've done in my life I've done scared. So now that there is a chance for me to genuinely relax and just show up and not be scared, why am I so now scared of showing up all of a sudden? I was showing up, right? I was showing up and I was in so much control of everything that was happening around me. So now I have a chance. God has given me an opportunity, a chance for me to just relax. And when I say relax, it's not like I wasn't still doing the work. But this one, you're not out here trying too much. Like before, if it was me before, I would probably just call up all of the friends that I felt like abandoned me or had left my life because it was like our path wasn't aligning anymore. So there's this London quote I love so much. It says, it takes getting everything you've ever wanted and then losing it to knowing what true freedom is. So fear has been my greatest obstacle, and I'm so grateful to God that I have been able to consciously allow myself to understand that fear is a normal human reaction. Okay, it's a normal human response to change, and it's one of the things that come. And I decided that, you know what, I'm going to put out content. I'm going to do my 9 to 5, and I'm not going to use my 9 to 5 as an excuse for me not to put out content. It's currently 11:34 p.m., but I'm still going to create every time I come back from work, because what am I doing? Sleeping? That's not how it works. You put in the hard work, because change takes time, okay? You put in the hard work, it's going to yield results. So the first one you surrender, second one you try to let go of control. I understand it is very scary. So you want to try to, just in case, because we can never really know what this life thing will bring for us. I understand. I have been there, and I'm telling you for free that the more you have plan B, the more chance that plan A is not going to work, because your brain had already, the moment you say, oh, plan B, the fear will come, right? But you need to consciously remind yourself to understand that I am not stressing about this one. I am not doing this about this one. I am just going to do, if it's just sitting down here, is all I need to do to let this one play out. And I have to, so it's not as easy as I'm saying it, okay? But it definitely gets better. Okay, so just consciously remind yourself that I am feeling this thing. I am feeling fear. Just tell yourself, oh, so today I was at work. I was going through another episode. So I was just telling myself that, oh yeah, you're just overwhelmed. Oh yeah, you're scared. And before, I wouldn't even take a moment to acknowledge these feelings. But right now, I am able to remind myself that, what am I feeling like? This is fear. What am I feeling like this? I'm overwhelmed. So the moment you're able to consciously just remind yourself how you're feeling, not just, you don't even need to do too much, to be honest. The moment you're able to just take a moment in your mind, wherever you are, and reflect and say out loud that, oh, this is the emotions I'm feeling, the better you get at these things, okay? There's so much freedom that comes from letting go, expectations. So I was the girl that if you promise me money, I will call you like my life depends on it. And the moment you say you're going to do this thing on Monday for me, I'm Monday rich. I'm calling you on Monday, I'm calling you on Tuesday, and on Wednesday you are getting blocked. And I don't even think about who you are, what you've done for me in the past, and I forget all of these things. So this is what I have done now. If you promise me something now, or say for example, you tell me, oh, Ori, I'm going to buy you this, and in my heart I know I need that thing, right? I will try not to get anxious. I will try not to depend on you. I will remember that I need this thing. God knows that I need this thing. He put it in my heart to ask, and you promise to do it. It doesn't matter what you promised. What matters is that God is in approval of this thing. And if He's not in approval, you are not going to do it. And even if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it. And also showing compassion, because guess what? People are going through different things, and different traumas make people act the way they act. So if you're able to show compassion for them, in return, you are showing compassion for yourself, because the times you're using to stress over, oh, this person is mean, you promised me this, you promised me that, you didn't make it come true. The time you're using to stress about these things, I promise you, this person is probably just sitting down somewhere and thinking about how they are going to end their own lives. So what I'm trying to say is that there's so much freedom that comes from just allowing things be. Let's go. If you need that thing, and if that thing is for you, at the right time, the universe will kick it to you. What if God used that person to just let you know that this thing is possible? Okay, I remember back in school, somebody promised me MacBook. I've never used MacBook before, but I knew that I needed a MacBook. Okay, no, I didn't even know I needed a MacBook. Somebody just promised me MacBook because I was using a HP laptop that time. And anytime I'm editing, if you use Premiere Pro, you know what I'm talking about. Every time I'm editing, there's always something happening with the editing software. There's always something happening, Sha. So somebody said, oh, I'm going to get you a MacBook. When I get you a MacBook, it's going to make your editing easier. It's going to make your editing faster. And this person failed. It's a normal thing for me to get upset. You promised me this, you promised me that. But do you know what I did? I said to myself that, why don't you take this as a blessing? This person now gave me an information that I should leverage. Now I know that MacBook is what I need to ease my frustration, because every time I have issues with my editing software, I get frustrated. So now this information has given me a solution to my frustration. Now I know I need that thing. With or without you, I am going to get it, and I got my first MacBook, okay? So what I'm trying to say is that the universe will always bring whatever you need to you. Life will, it's amazing how I'm saying this now. Any compassion you show to somebody, you're indirectly showing it to yourself as well, okay? So just acknowledge and embrace fear. Acceptance is one of the ways that I was able to genuinely let go and allow life happen for me. So when I say acceptance, I mean understanding that whatever had happened to me, and there's obviously a little girl inside of me, that is hurting, that is grieving. There's so much going on. I know now and I understand. And with that knowledge and with that honesty, with that level of honesty, I have been able to put myself together. It hasn't been easy. There was a time I was crying like almost every single day. If I'm talking, just know that I'm saying from experience. I'm telling you for free. Accepting your situation. If that uncle isn't coming true for you, just accept the fact that your heart is paining you. God. October was the toughest moment of my life. Like a year from, I can't even believe that it's been a year. That I had to send one of my aunts a message and be like, oh, I'm upset, I'm hurting, I'm this and that. I sent that message to release myself, because I have come to a place where I have finally accepted that, yes, I'm upset, yes, I'm this. Before I was saying, I'm not upset, it concern me. Means that I stayed away from them for like a long period of time. Okay, but sending that message made me feel whole. So if there's anybody in your life right now that you need to send a message to release yourself, I need you to pick up your phone, pause this video right now, pick up your phone, text that auntie now and say, yes, this happened. Don't even need to say, oh, well, this is what you should have done. No, just say this happened. I'm upset. I'm angry. Just tell this person how you feel. It could be like a past relationship or someone that ghosted you and the person just appeared back into your life and something happened. Yeah. Just message that person right now and say, I'm upset. This happened. You don't always have to be strong. This is something that I have had to learn the hard way. You don't always have to be strong. Before, you will never catch me crying. Even if you are paying me, you will never catch me crying. I've had my worst days and I did not cry. But now, hey, my dear, may cry, baby. That's how I release stress. If I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm feeling a certain way, like once I cry, I sleep or eat or something. The last one is going to be trust. Trusting in yourself, trusting in your abilities, trusting in your talent, trusting in God and all of the plans he has for your life. This is something that me myself, I'm still currently fighting and struggling with. To be honest, I have broken my own trust so many times. I have failed myself on so many occasions. The times I say I'm going to film videos, I never filmed. The times I say I'm going to do this, I never did. There's so many ideas that God has given to me that I never really worked on. I didn't know that those times I was doing myself a disservice. I was breaking the trust I have with myself and running myself down into shame. So say for example now, I say, oh, I'm going to fast for 30 days. I barely even make 2 days and I stop, and instead of me to just continue from my third day, since I realized I made the mistake, I'll just continue from there like, I've already failed now. That's because I don't trust myself. I start to guilt trip myself. Like I start to feel a tremendous amount of shame and guilt when I don't do the things I say I will do for myself, because I know that I can be doing better. So learning to trust myself now is me doing the little thing. I said, okay, today I said by the time I come out from work, I'm going to film 2 videos and I'm here by 12 a.m. filming this video, because I said to myself, oh, I am tired of treating myself the way I would never treat others. I am tired of doing myself disservice. I am tired of disrespecting myself. I am tired of taking myself like as if I am just ordinary when I know who I am. I'm tired of joking with myself. Okay, so I need you to understand that trusting yourself, surrendering, letting go of control, and embracing fear is very crucial if you ever want to grow. All of these things comes growth. Without all of these things, there is no growth. And this is something that I have had to learn. I keep saying I've learned it the hard way. I'm sure people are saying like, what is the hard way you've learned it? My dear, I've learned it the hard way. And I'm telling you now, the sooner you start to build back trust with yourself, the better for you, okay? Allow life happen, honestly. I thought that maybe when I see 10 million naira, you don't over. Oh my goodness. My dear, it was just the beginning. Like it made me realize that money is not the issue. Money is not the issue. Self-love is not my problem. It's deeper than that. And it might just sound like the little things, but I don't know, if you don't trust yourself, if you don't have if you are not able to accept yourself, right? And accept the little things that that will be the key to changing so many things for you. If you cannot accept this thing, my dear, if you don't trust yourself, that's when you can truly feel the pain that I felt. That I said, this enough is enough. I have to do something about my situation. Okay, I cannot be waking up by what time? I don't know. So even weekends, even after work now, I try my best to still wake up early, because I'm not going to say, oh, because today is Saturday and it's Sunday, I can sleep all day. I still consciously have to tell myself that, oh yeah, you've spent 26 years sleeping, waking up whenever you like, without structure. So it's time for you to pay the price to change, which is very, very upsetting, I must admit. But I've decided it's not easy, but I'm going to do it. We'll do it together. Okay, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Hey, Jesus, if I can do it, you have done it. I'm telling you for free. If I can do it, you've done it. Okay, this is the end of this video. I hope this video was impactful to you in any way. If it was, please let me know in the comment section, and also let me know the kind of videos you guys want to see more, because life is happening for me. Life is sugaring, okay? And we are, doing it because we chose this path. I said that I rather just suffer now and enjoy in the next 5-6 years than keep enjoying now with my annoying, uncultured, unstructured behaviors, and keep giving myself pass when I truly don't deserve it. So I'm going to put in the work that will be worthy, of acknowledgement maybe in the future, but I'm not going to allow myself do what I want to do when I want to do it. I have to do what I have to do when I have to do it. Okay? This is the end of this video. I'll see you in my next one. Love you.